clear. Is it coming through? Perfect. It's coming through on YouTube as well. All right. Okay. We are about, hopefully, welcome to the VOD, everyone. Part 8. Hopefully, this is the last part before I restart on Chapter 7. Oh my goodness, this is gonna. But that's basically to recap. I have essentially finished Chapter 6, but what we're gonna do is essentially we're basically walking through it again just to be certain some things need to be edited and basically just a second check through, but also just like rewriting some stuff in case, yada yada yada. And if anything, the one thing I'm gonna rewrite is it's definitely including the the J.O.A.T pack and Junwoo's actual weapons instead of just wooden weapons. I don't know why I thought just wooden weapons, but yeah. But although I could be lazy and just like, then again, the Jolt Pack isn't really a combat weapon yet. Spoilers, yet. So I could just leave it as is. Hmm. Let's see. I could do that, or I could actually change it here too. Although I guess it's not real. Let's just no, actually, no. I think this works actually because a wooden weapon, just like a baseline, instead of like if he brought out his Cobra brush spear, then like it's like great. Now that we're judging the weapon, or the weapon can like cloud the move, or like the like base, like a practice sword is like the base level. You know what I mean? Like, can you do good with a base weapon or something like that? Instead of like a specialty weapon, just to give it like a good idea. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm also saying this is because I just don't. It's probably going to be a while to rewrite this whole thing. But yeah, if anything, this is probably going to be a short stream. If anything, it might be a short stream. Well, depending on if I need to rewrite a lot, but if not. Okay, so they reach an area away from the others. Soon they are joined by Ram again. Although I could. Oh, yeah, right. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats seeing it for yourself. Yeah. No, really follows them. No, that place is a large plumbing and. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it weapons at the moment. Oh. I do sword or spear. Actually, no, let's do a spear because that a pointy stick is bit. Just I'll change it a bit. Besides, like there's a lot of cool moves you can do with a spear, anyways, that are just like the sword. There's a lot of fancy moves that like because essentially, essentially, Junwoo all he did was just basically copy what he saw in movies. Like, come on, I mean, everyone has done like a lightsaber spin at least once in their life, including me. And I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, but everyone has played with a lightsaber before, and everyone knows how to move with the lightsaber, essentially. There's a simple thrust. I just need to rewrite these. Keep going. Yeah, to see if Junwoo has any combat prowess. So far, is looks green as can be. Junwoo continues attacking the dummy. Slashes, stabs, chops. Then let's change his chops to spins. Spins and more as he can. thrust, stabs, spins. Yep, there we go. I believe that's how you use a semicolon, right? I was keep forgetting how to use it properly. This shows you what a great writer I am. Do not know the practical semicolon. Oh no, actually, let me look it up just to see if I'm using it properly. Cause like it's like that weird thing where like you kind of get it, but you don't really get it, or at least for me. Colon usage. Going to related complete sentences. Can connect sentences with transitions, words, or separate examples. Connect to close in meaning or separate complex. Joe likes to read. His sister prefers to watch movies. Sun is very bright today. Remember to wear your sunglasses. Okay, yeah. All sorts of thrust, stabs, spins, and more as he continues attacking. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let's try a different weapon. This went on for a while, but choose a weapon and have Junwoo attack the dummy. You stab with a spear, swing with a club, bash with a sword, and much more with different weapons. Actually, not slash with the... That's right, I forgot that I already had this part. So much for me rewriting, whatever. Swing with a club, slash with a sword, and much more with different weapons. Goma intently studied Junwoo's form thoroughly throughout the entire session. Let's stop here for a bit. Quite what behind... Junwoo was... Junwoo was a bit exhausted. Trying all sorts of attacks with different weaponry. Quite wet behind the ears. Goma can tell Juno has no practical training or proper experience. Everything he did felt like he simply copied what he had seen before, or did what felt practical. While all the attacks did what felt. Wait, no, I need to rewrite this part. Remove this part. Also, while some of the attacks were practical, they were all done so without much intention. Juno simply emulated what without understanding the reason or purpose of each move. Junwoo, yes ma'am. I'm guessing you never used a weapon before, correct? Yes ma'am. Couldn't help but be honest and embarrassed. Honest since it's been a while since his days in the military, and embarrassed because all he did was copy moves from movies and TV shows. Have you ever used magic before? No ma'am. Place your hand upon mine. Junwoo oblige. Rest resting resting. Resting his hand upon resting her hands on her paws. Her pads were surprisingly soft. Now close your eyes and try to feel the mana flowing in your body and mind. Wait, no, hold on. Flowing in my body. My hands. You can close his eyes and tries to focus. Soon he feels something. Something both physical and yet not. It felt like wind brushing past him and sounds as well as water flowing between his fingers. Well, as water, wind brushing past him as water felt like wind, like wind brushing past him, like water flowing between his fingers, and felt warm like a fire. Do you feel that? Yes. This is what we know as mana, a source of energy that flows in everything, whether freely or contained and concentrated. June lucidly nods, understanding her simple explanation. Goma removes her paws and shows a different demonstration. His mana is important that could decide life or death. Goma picks up a wooden sword. Mana has many properties, such as imbuing it into your weapon. In an instant, the sword is covered in a light imbued with mana. Mana can be used. Hold on, let me reboot this part because it's just a repeat. Such as imbuing into your weapon, or simply cast it. Such as imbuing into your weapon, or casting it, or what's the word? What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Um, there's a word I'm thinking of, but I cannot think of it right now. Not like casting, but imbuing a weapon or focus. Seeing it or focusing it into a a form of energy. A form of energy. Goma does a quick turn towards the dummy while also towards a dummy, slashing towards it. The mana imbued within the shoots out like in a magic project in a magic shoots out a magical slash. Shoots out a magical slash cutting against the dummy. If you have even more control, you can manipulate its properties and change it. To demonstrate this, within our paw, magic begins to form above it, before changing into fire, then water, then back into pure mana energy. The energy dissipates and Goma hands the sword back to Junmu. Now try and concentrate. Imagine putting your energy into the weapon within your hands. Okay. Calling the feeling focuses the feeling. Recalling the feeling focuses it into his hand. Into his hands. This is why we reread, because I am missing words. Into his hands and then into the weapon. For a bit, nothing happens, so Junwoo closes and recalls what it felt like. Wind flowing past him. The wind flowing past him. Flowing. Water flowing hit. between fingers in the warmth of a fire. Soon he felt soon he felt it. Soon he felt it again. Though it wasn't much, he slowly grasped that bit of mana and focused it into his hands. The mana slowly gathered. As more and more did he feel the mana within him and the mana surrounding him. He then proceeds to try to emit it into the weapon in his hands. Imbue. That single thought ran through his head as he concentrated. Not bad, little cub. Goma breaks the silence and Junwoo opens his eyes. Before he realized it, the wooden sword was faintly glowing. Not as strongly or visibly as Goma's, but it was there. Knowing what to do next, Junwoo faces the dummy once again, and with the imbued wooden sword, he slashes at the dummy. The mana immediately disappears as the strike lands, leaving a small cut on it. New attack skill unlocked. Imbued strike level 1 plus 10. Level, um, some game jargon that I already did the math for, blah blah blah. I leveled up. Junwoo looked at his stats as he'd gone up a level. He was happy about getting stronger, but what he didn't expect was his class taking away his skill point. He knew vaguely that when ascendants level up, they get increased stats and a skill point to add to whichever stat they wanted. However, due to his unique class, it merely took the skill point and divided it evenly amongst his 5 stats, ensuring the balance stays true. Congrats on your first level up. Goma speaks up from behind. Oh, your first skill point. I believe it's best that you increase your vitality so you can survive better. Survive better. Actually, Jumu interrupts, interrupts Goma to explain and show what his class skill did with the skill point. Interesting. Goma became more and more intrigued. Not only did she just meet an ascendant from outside the tower, she now for the first time has witnessed such a unique class. A class that defies the 4 main class rules: offensive, support, and production. Offensive and defensive ascendants are the main attack force, with support and production ascendants aiding them, whether it's keeping them alive or supplying them with tools. This hidden class, however, seems to defy all logic and rules, truly worthy of its namesake. Whether Junmu uses weaponry, crafting, or magic, all his stats will be balanced regardless. As he continues pulling up, all his stats will be balanced regardless. If his stats were always going to be balanced, then what if he learns to make full use of all his stats? The sheer and obscure idea intrigued Goma, an excitement that hasn't appeared in a while. Junmu, yes ma'am? I have the perfect training regimen for you. Okay. That was pretty quick. But okay, so they was really when they got increased stats and it was got okay. Increased stats, they took the skill point. This part I think, however, due to his new class, immediately took this one and divided it evenly amongst his 5 stats, ensuring the balance stays true. His unique class skill as passive skill immediately took the skill point and divided it evenly amongst his 5 stats, ensuring the balance stays true. So let's see. Go and breaks between his fingers in the warmth of a fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check again once again. But yeah, this was I got through that way faster than expected. But yeah, I just need to I'm just gonna reread these big chunks of text because these are like the ones that like I'm probably gonna miss something because I've definitely done that where I mean I already posted like some stuff and then like I forget what I did. All right, so let's okay. So this part, let's see. Remembering the terrifying is during the first year of the largest guild at the time challenged the newly discovered Black Tower. When after failing to report back, the TAA sent in other guilds to stage a possible rescue mission. Upon entering the town, what many said installed would be a long search, but found an even more terrifying discovery. The remains of the guild were found on the second floor. Altogether, not a single survivor. This was proof that regardless of the tower floor, each tower is different not just in connection to a different world, but also in difficulty. Since the incidents, the TAA made an official ranking for the towers, ranging from F to S. For reference, the blue tower is considered B+, possibly A due to its aquatic terrain, while the black tower is considered S question. Since it's not much is known about it, nothing besides the incident. The horrific, besides a horrific incident. So much so, so that actually no, I just make this up. So much so that many guilds have either avoided or sworn off the tower entirely since the incident became public. When top guilds were asked about challenging it, many often replied, "There's no point in walking into a death trap, or we're not strong enough." If top guilds believe they can't survive, the rest would be foolish to believe otherwise. As many top guilds are busy as well as the White Tower being completely remote, we will set up a schedule and provide transport along with necessary aid if needed to go in 1 year. There was a moment's silence as the two leaders of Moonblade comprehend the proposal. The TAA have been thorough on presenting the offer with little to no drawbacks. The only issue is reworking future tower challenges in the schedule if there is any. The two look at each other before Yunkyun turns back to the representative. Okay, we accept. Excellent. We will stay in contact and provide any update if there is anything different. The TAA gets up and leave. About around the same time, other TAA representatives have met with top guilds around the world offering the same proposal. Many, if not all, accepted the offer to investigate the newly risen tower. In 1 year, the White Tower will have new challengers from across the world coming to its doorstep, accompanying its first challenger. Then that. Okay, so this ball's tax is good from what I can tell. I mean, I guess I could just rework some of it, but I think it's for the most part good enough. I need a comma here though. For reference, I think is considered S since not much is known about it besides a horrific incident. Has been thorough presenting the offer with no little drawbacks. That. Around the same time, other TAA representatives have met with top guilds around the world. Blah blah blah. World leads away once again. Okay. Well, many try to. Well, Junwoo tries to avoid bumping into anyone. Soon they soon they reach the counter where they are greeted by a receptionist who is a chameleon in formal attire on a holding onto a small floating bridge. I'm going to Lost Fang Lodge. My name is Ram. How can I be of assistance? My friend here would like to register and evaluate his ability, sir. Oh, all right. One moment. This place went. Excuse me. Okay, so good. Everything. I mean, granted, I'm speed reading this again. All stats are evenly distributed with no definitive expertise nor weakness. Unsure how to continue, Ram gave in. Please hold on for a moment. Floats away on his stick, going upstairs into an office. A bit later, returns with someone else, a giant wild-looking woman in her former death. She was half human and half bear. She stood over 3 meters tall, easily towering over most of the current occupants in the lodge. This is the Lost Fang headmaster, Goma Artemi. This is Yigamor and da da da. Not sure what. Let's see. All the dialogue seems pretty good for now. I mean, granted, like I could probably write better dialogue, but then again, I'm trash at writing anyway, so I'm just gonna save it. So, and what is that? Da, 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 da. We already read this. We read this. We read this. Oh yeah. If anything, I need to change. Leveled up, and then that, that, that. Okay, yeah. I think this is essentially it. And if anything, I also need to double check with the other chapters too, because I know I did. I remember specifically when I was rereading those chapters for references that I definitely did some auto correcting and stuff like that just to that I definitely because like that I definitely should have done, but I didn't, and I've uploaded it before the autocorrect, so I need to double check with the chapters word for word, blah blah blah. Although I guess I could just also check I'll check the history so that way I don't have to rewrite so much. Although I could, you know, whatever. This is behind the scenes stuff, anyways. It doesn't matter. Anyways, with this, officially, chapter 6 is complete in under 30 minutes. Just to show you how fat, if I had just stuck it out for like another 30 minutes on the last stream, I could have probably just got it done. But I was stupid and I didn't do that. So, let's see. What else? I could play a game, but then again, I don't really feel like playing a game. Or at least I haven't found like a good streaming game yet. Because if anything, I probably will cut it down a bit more. Because as you can see, I am terrible. Or at least if you guys, I doubt that you guys actually watched my Pal World stream, and it was horrendous because I basically never talked in that. Just to show you how little I am the worst when it comes to talking to myself, or like when I'm playing a game, I just cannot talk to myself because I'm thinking about playing the game instead of thinking about talking to the audience that may or may not be there. But the point is that I cannot. I am. I'm complete trash at doing that. But anyways, yeah. If anything, I need to find a better stream game, or at least that one that's not as boring as to watch. Because well, also not for boring for any other people to watch me play. Because I'm just very quiet when I'm just like interested in a game. Where I'm locked in, like when I was in for Power World and every other game. So if anything, I'll probably just try to find like a good story game or something that like, or if anything, I could consider streaming while playing with friends. But then at the same time, I'm scared of doing that because we can go really badly off tangent and just be. There's a lot of things that like videos for my videos, five hearts under one roof. That game. Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea how much my friend Kong edited out of that. Like he worked his ass off to work because he wanted that video out there. And upon viewing it, I realized he edited a lot of stuff that out of that video because it was just like very stupid dialogue. I did argue that I wanted to keep it, but then like he said it's useless and no one would probably care if it's gone. And unfortunately, he's probably right. I like them, but then again, he's the one that did all the work, and I want to respect. I need to respect his work. So that if anything, he just sent it over. I just made sure to redo the dub, sent it over, and then I just uploaded it as is essentially. But yeah, do check out that video if you guys haven't already. If anything, I probably should post shorts so people are more aware of it because unfortunately, it's like 20 views. But yeah, oh, not to mention, it'll probably be the most insane. That would be like the most funny video to pop off on my channel. uh, but yeah, if anything, anyways, that's probably gonna be it. This is a stupidly short stream. I don't feel like I could play a game, but then it's like I don't really want to play a game, you know? Because like at least if I'm playing a game, I am not good at doing content, I guess, or like I'm not good at commentary. That is like the biggest thing that like people probably notice is that I just do not talk when I'm interested in a game, or like if I'm tryharding in a game, essentially, or I'm just locked in, I guess, and like or like because Power World, I just wanted to try it just because like you know it was relaxing, but then I realized even though I am relaxed, I'm just locked into the game, and then I'm just not talking about it. So I need so if anything, if I'm gonna be locked in, I need a game that like rewards me locking in slash uh that way I can be more the commentary can be better if anything if any but yeah it's horrendous but yeah I'm just gonna close stream. It's just gonna be an early it's just gonna be a quick 30-minute stream probably because I really have nothing else interesting to do, or at least all the games that I'm playing right now are just like this is boring, and I'm just like essentially all the games I'm playing right now are just grind fest at the moment. And I don't think anyone wants to really watch a grind fest. So I'm just gonna end it here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this quick VOD or this quick stream. But I doubt that anyone was no one's watching the stream, so that's why I'm saying VOD. Everyone watches the VOD, but people are more likely to watch my VOD over my streams anyways, which is fine. At least people are watching. So anyways, thank you guys. Like and subscribe on YouTube at Rocky Tales Production. I'm probably gonna change it just to Rocky Tales, honestly. And also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rocky Tells. And for my book that I just finished chapter 6, but to read the tree, I will be uploading this later after the stream to my Royal Road to royalroad.com hidden class jolt. Links in both YouTube description and a link on my page on Twitch. So if you guys want to read the whole thing, that or at least read what is complete. Excuse me. Read what is completed. You can go there. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys Wednesday if anything. All right, bye.